got the modeler that I was supposed to bring here to do the presets for. Sorry. I got to learn some dancing and running around on stage. Like, people expect crazy action out of me, and like when I'm playing guitar, I just stand there. So if anybody has some tips, let me know. Okay, so this was a drum recording. I actually streamed this recording, and we're kind of struggling. I'm going to see if I can't make this work. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can make it work if I have to. Oops. That was not what I wanted to do. Let me see why that happened. Okay, that's why. All right. Mix one. I'm going to disarm everything. Talk back. Let's see what we got. Now, something happened. I sent a picture to Justin, Justin Frankel. Let me show you these. So this was a stretch before I did the stretch marker. And this is what happened after. This is weird. It like clipped the front off of it. So I'm kind of scared to use the stretch markers that I normally use. Well, we're going to see. Okay, so I'm going to do dynamic split. Put stretch markers on everything. First, I'm just going to kind of knock these into place and see if... okay, hold on. This isn't what I wanted to do. Okay. Selecting one item, selects group. Okay. So I really just wanted to work on the kick drum for now. Set this. Okay, so that looks good. So I could go up a step in resolution. I don't know if that's right. See, what's going on here? Kind of want to just take out these ones and not have it snap yet. See, like this one. Is that one here or is it here? Let me see. Well, that intro fill is awful. All right, hold on. Let me check a take before. No, this is bad. Huh. So I know this one is going to be good, I think. I say no. Should not say no. Now, I had a way where I can add stretch markers to this. I'm not super thrilled to do it because it could make some serious trouble. but it could save me some time. So I'm going to pick the snare track and do that same dynamic split. And it should add stretch markers to it. But the trouble is if it adds them close to each other, it really makes some problems. Let me see how this is. Yeah, that's not so bad. Oop. I guess I could do this very, very slowly. Oh, let me check something with Dave real quick. Sorry. Okay. I think the problem we were having was the drummer was not listening to the click. Not all drummers want to play with click tracks. You know, some of the best guys I recorded absolutely hate them. So I'm not going to fault anybody for that. But boy, it'll sure open a lot more doors if you can. Yeah, this is most of this so far is I'm able to make this sound fine. Reaper's able to make this sound fine. This looks weird here. See, these are looking weird. That seems rushed. I'm going to move this and we're going to see. So that's going to be look, 50%. Man, that is a real slowdown there. Okay, let's just check this. I mean, it works. I had to tell people that picture of me with an acoustic guitar is not AI. Okay. Whoa, what in the world? No, do not DMCA me. That was not... That stuff is too trigger happy. All right. Yeah, look, I can make this work, man. This is scary. If you were watching the live stream, you saw us give up on this recording, but, you know, the editing power, you get there. All right, that's weird. Probably get rid of one of these kicks. All right, see, so here's another one. Where's that going to go? I'm gonna move this one by hand. I don't trust it. It's 1, 2. Oh boy. Yeah, is this gonna go like 74%? That's not as crazy. All right, let's take a good listen here. We'll get rid of that. What happened here? Okay, so what do we got here? Is this a flam? I think so. So the snare is going to hit and then the kick. So I'm going to put the kick on the 1 or on the 3 in that case. Okay. Here, I'm going to take this one out. We're going to knock all these into place. See, this song is strong, man. That's why I'm willing to put the time in for it. This is going to be a hit, I think. Okay, so where's this one supposed to be? Is that supposed to be on the 1 or is that on the 1 and? Because this is normally the snares on the 2 and the 4, which would work here. So if I put this on the 1, you guys know I say it all the time, right? What are the words? I hate guessing. See, that gets a little bit weird. Just take a look at what's going on here. See, I wonder if this is really the 1 and this is a. Yeah, let's treat it like that. And then this one put here. Might need a blipper here. Why am I hearing? Take this out of the parent send. See, what's going on here? So maybe there's a tom hit ahead of time here. No. Something funny's going on here. Okay, so you just didn't hit anything there. That's okay. So it's important to go through sometimes when you think something's really weird and just check it. I think there was another one where this same thing was like 50%. Man, I can't read those. Let's see if we can't fix that. Theme tweaker. No. There we go. So I'm going to turn this black and let's see if that helps. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. That is usable, man. Now I could go back to a different color theme. I think I could go back to default. I don't think you could change these before. So I'm looking for one that was like a 50%. I know there was another one. That, well, I'll just fight this later. Here's another one. See how fast? 124. So these are all kind of by a lot. No, that was right. So the snare and the tom are flamming here, but they're almost a 16th note apart. I kind of want them to flam. Let's see what happens if we do that. So where is this one supposed to be? This is definitely on the 2, but where is this? This is a flam. I want to flam. I want to put the kick ahead of time. Maybe. See, this is that kind of sounds like, oh, I messed up. How am I going to fix this? And it's just trying to play catch up. I might have a better take from earlier. Let's take a look at that actually. Let's just see. No, okay, definitely not that one. Let's try a different one. Oh. Ah, this looks weird, but maybe not bad. 2 and the 4. All right, now we're cooking. All right, this is still way early. Something funny is going on here, but it's not that bad, I don't think. Well, where is that now? Why is this one so far? Oh, buddy. So this one, though, is still weird, man, where the 1 is. So much better tom fill here, but it speeds up. Like that, you'll see this a lot. When the drummer's going to mess up, it's lots of times it's on a fill, and they'll speed up right on that fill. So this other track, it seemed like you had a better fill going. But we'll see. Let me just try and see how this sounds if I put it all together. see what's going on. That. Holy crap. All right. This is a 2. That's a 4. Where are we, guys? Is this moved like way late in time? Okay, it catches back up there. This is probably right here. He's going to work backwards. There's a 2, there's a 1. Those all look good. Now, my singer and my drummer both expressed an interest in taking a crack at these drums. So I don't mind doing that if we can. All right, so here's where it gets weird. So this one's probably on the 3 and. This one should be on the 4. And 4. Now that's some hefty stretching, man. See, when I say I can pretty much fix anything, it's true. Doesn't mean it's going to be pleasant. Be putting blippers in here for the toms later. There's no way around that. Hey, Maddie. I don't know if you were watching when we were recording this. It's Lenore the Shredder's band, her new band, Jade Rose. But, yeah, I'm struggling here. But yeah, I always say I can fix anything, pretty much. And I think I'm fixing it. But just even if it's technically correct, doesn't mean that it's going to sound good, you know. And I'm so glad for being able to change the colors of these stretch marker parts. Like I could seriously just go back to the regular default colors, I think. Let me do that real quick. Let me see. So go to item, take colors, set to default color. Well, okay, never mind. It apparently that wasn't the default color. Oh, you know what? This is TCP, I think. Okay, so here's with the default colors. Yeah, I can still see it's just fine. All right. So maybe we can finally get the time selection and stuff going. The colors I need to really be able to edit. This isn't so bad, but this time selection color just sucks. I would like it to completely invert the colors. I think that would do. I don't want to get all tweaked out here, but I kind of want to check this. Okay, so here's all the business of this right here. So ideally, I would like it to just completely flip the colors underneath. So that would have to be selected item in. Okay, so there's item in, not in the time selection. There's item in the time selection. There's item selected, not in the time selection, and there's item selected in the time selection. I'd really just like the fill mode to just flip them, you know. Time selection fill mode. All right. I think that's what we're looking for. Let's go to add and let's go to color. So right now it's just white. Like I really want something just obvious, but like that just kind of tints it. I don't want it to tint. I want it to recolor all this stuff. Um, multiply. Blend color is multiply with the base color. Black blend color, white blend color has no effect. That doesn't do jack. Dodge. That's not doing much. See, now this one, yeah, rotates as an offset. So I want 192.96255. 192. 192. 192. 96.55. 255. Yeah, it didn't do jack. Yeah, this doesn't do anything. How about normal? You go back to normal in red. Go to red. And then this amount, I'm going to do 0.1. Okay, and then this one right here, this gray. Timeline background and loop points. Turn that red. That kind of does it, but see, it's just tinting. I wanna do something to make you know that you're looking at this time selection mode. Item. This is like watching paint dry. Media item selected. What if I make that bright white? Oh no, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Shoot. Um, it's when there's time. I don't know the name for it. Media item when selected. It's the inside here that matters. I don't know if there's a separate, and you could use a picture for this too. Maybe that's how I have to. Media item when selected. When it's in the time selection. I don't see it. Am I looking right at it? It's media item background. When selected, that's not what I care about. It's in the time selection. Huh. So yeah, it has to be in here. And well, yeah, this just makes it look harder for me to read like this. This is I don't know what to do. Probably just leave this alone. It's wasting time. Let me just time selection. Let me see if there's anything I can do. Time selection, fill mode. Makes it blurry. Okay, I'm gonna change the alpha to 1. I just want to see what that's gonna do. All right, that is drastic. That's doing something I don't want to the peak item, but I might be able to make a edge selection thing actually work. Let's add normal. Okay, that's horrible. Might be a way to do something with the peak edges though. Just looks completely washed out, but that's not that unusable. I think I might be able to pull something. Let's see what overlay does. Overlay kind of makes it too dark. Multiply. Way too dark. Maybe red's not the right color though. Like let's just go to yellow. Makes it look blurry. See, that kind of flips it. Don't mind it that much. I don't like it's gotten weird on me. The way Radar does it is so cool. Just go to peak edge. What happens if I turn this black? Okay, so it's not having any effect in there. It's still just black. So it's not working either. Do 0.5. All right. Well, my girlfriend got a picture of if you're in a nice mood, why do you prefer headphones to mix and what headphones are? The reason I'm using headphones is because of the speakers bleeding into the mic. The same thing about on stage where I'm always freaking out about cymbals. That's why it's not the best room. I would say that my room, I have way more bass trapping in here than you'd think. I know you see the foam and stuff. Hold on. I know you can see the foam, but the foam is just for talking, honestly. That you can kind of see behind my guitars. I'm hanging that's 2 inches of 703. There's another 2 inches of 703. What you can't see is behind the foam, back there, behind that whole entire wall. I don't know if you can kind of tell how the wall sticks out a little bit. It's 4 inches of rigid fiberglass. Same on this side. Above the door, around the air conditioner, everything, there is a ton. That's another 4 inches of rigid fiberglass back there. Or actually, it's rock wool. On this end right here, behind, there's a subwoofer on the floor. Behind here, there is 4 to 6 inches of Roxul Safe and Sound. So there's a lot of absorbing going on here. So when I say it's not the best room in the world, I mean it's not an Augsburger room, but it is actually. It's got a lot of stuff to tame the big problems. But mainly the reason I'm running headphones is so that the speakers don't go into the mic and flam. These are HD6XX. I think there's some kind of Sennheiser 6 series, the one that everybody talks about, 650 maybe, but it's called 6XX because they have Massdrop sells them. I don't understand why Massdrop can sell them for so much less than Sennheiser does, but that's where I end up buying those kind of things. So that's why I'm running headphones. But I know these were cheap. You know, I know people spend thousands of dollars on headphones. I don't give a crap, man. Like, I'm not going to spend that on headphones. I keep getting yelled at when I show up on live sound shows because I keep asking these the in-ear manufacturers, why is your in-ear headphone $6,000 where the other one is $20? What is the difference? And sometimes they'll say it's the number of drivers, it's the phase correlation, things like that. That makes sense. But I'm like, are there any measurements? And they always, I think this is the HD 600. I think that's what it is. And I always ask, is there any measurements of this? And they always tell you, trust your ears, bro. Like, trust my ears, bro, is not going to get me from $60 to $6,000. That sounds ridiculous. So yeah, no idea. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can find where I ordered these. Wow, I get all kinds of spam from these guys that I don't see. Oh no, see my man, Google search is garbage. Fast drop. Um, wow, man, they send me thousands of emails. This is crazy. Wow, I'm going through page after page. I know there's a way that I can actually just see the one I really want to see. Okay, I'm up to 900 messages from Drop. Wow, if you order something from these guys, yeah, it's just this. How do you like the Sennheiser 6XX headphones? What are they? I went to the page that it showed me. It's not showing me the actual model. I don't know if it's 600, 650 something. Okay, 1,005. Holy crap. Holy crap, these guys send you a lot. Yeah, it's just saying Massdrop Sennheiser HD6XS headphones. I'm not really sure what they were. Sorry. Oh, hey, if AP Mastering says it, I believe it. I like that guy. He like me, he's had Ethan Weiner on his show, so I tend to trust him. I don't know about for tinnitus. Like, I have this thing that crunches if it's too loud for me that I don't like. And so that makes a lot of trouble on in-ear monitors, and why I like to have a different EQ going to my in-ears. There's some frequencies I can take out so it doesn't bother me. All right, let's get back to here. So I'm not sure what to do about this. This is yeah, this is just bad. Let's see if there's a better take here. I like that better. Let's see if we can't make this work. Oh, and then there's a flam here. Oh, buddy, what are you doing? Let's try a different take. It's doing kind of the same thing. Interesting. Okay. Remove this. Oh, no. Was it Alt? Okay, yeah, forget my commands. Okay, does this come back correctly? Yeah, there's a 3, so that's okay, I think. I'm gonna see if there's any cymbal wash that's gonna make trouble. Yeah, it still sounds bad. Yeah, that cymbal kind of needs to live through here. That's not so bad. Now what are we looking at here? I think this 3 is supposed to be here. That puts this 2 here, and that's still not gonna put the 1 where the 1 needs to go, but probably put a blipper right here for a snare trigger. Not ideal. So this is on the 1 end. That's not that bad. That could be a good thing. That's not a good thing. So see this open space right here? That's going to make it sound like he missed something. Not that bad. That's not that bad. I think my drummer or my singer could do better though. Yeah, I think mine were, where is it? Mine was $200 total. Yeah. $8 shipping. Let's see. Let's go look. Let's go. 219. I think this is what I got right here. So that's straight from Sennheiser. So I don't understand. What does Massdrop do that's different than Sennheiser? Is it the same build or they? I don't understand what it means. All the same benchmarking performance of the HD 600 series plus a few updates. I don't know what that means. Let's see what mine are. Oh yeah. Did I just flip it out of phase? Are these keyed or can I actually put them in out of phase? Oh no, they're keyed. Okay. Cool. Interesting. That worked. Can I ditch the mixer for now? Yes. Okay. That's nice. And I don't need this thing pinned anymore. See, where am I on here? I'm still at the very beginning of the song, man. This is. But you know, had this is like $1 million hit song or something, you know, you wouldn't care about taking it 6 hours, 8 hours to edit. It'd be nothing, you know. I'm still not thrilled with this. I tell you, it's this stuff makes me obsessed so bad. I swear there's media items inside time selection. This is making it hard to see. Maybe I just do less fill off of 0.1. I mean, that's could make no fill at all, just make the edges. But then I wouldn't know. I swear there's a time selection. Media time. Nothing. Media item peaks. I just want to know when that time selection is. Swear there was something. I'm trying Claude AI now. Let's see. In Reaper, is there a way to adjust media items or media items peak colors Only for when inside a time selection. Doesn't appear to be a native Reaper feature. Time selection highlight color, yeah. Item colors when selected. What's the word I'm looking for? Time selection. It's the kind of stuff I endlessly tweak out on. Ooh, could make a script, maybe. See, I keep thinking Dodge is going to do this, or not Dodge, but HSV adjust. So I want it brighter though. Normal, the blend color is just drawn over the base color. Whereas add, blend color is added to the underlying color. Dark colors become lighter, light colors are less effective. Dark colors become lighter. Like the edges look great, but you know, you don't know that it's really in there. Yeah, I guess I'll just leave this alone for now. Not ideal. So this red I like. Let's just try and see if some light yellow kind of. I don't know. I can't really tell. Brighter yellow. Just makes it look darker, man. Like that doesn't. What is overlay? Blend color is overlaid onto the base color. No. Dodge. Dark areas in the base color will be tinted lighter. Light areas will be less affected. This doesn't do jack. I'm just going to do normal. It's the least CPU cost. Barf. Here's one where I would like there to be like a minimum time between markers. I would keep that right there from happening. Keep asking Justin for it. Oh, buddy. Killing me. Okay, so what's happening here? So this 2 is correct, but what are we going to do with this 1? That's gross. Let's see if there's a better. So that's cool right there. I'm going to check. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see if I can make that work. Okay, so where is this fill? I'm really looking at slightly higher resolution. Is this going to be on the 16th note instead? Okay, so that symbol is not pleasant. We'll see if this works. So that's more of like a splash. Where's the 1? Let me see. No, there's no 1. That's why we did this. Ooh. In the grand scheme of things, it don't matter, but you get I get a little crazy. I know it's analysis paralysis. Pretty solid now. Here, a little bit too much activity. 1 second. Ah. I'm just about to start just dragging things. Like I could do this. Hold shift, I think. Nope. Hold control. Yep. Now that could make some serious trouble for later on down the road, but it might save me some time. So let me just try that. So I'll get rid of that later. So should it be that far off, like here? So like, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that right now, but I could actually. I could turn all these into blippers, and then I can ditch. I made some sort of script. Maybe it's Q. Let me try it real quick. Yeah. Okay. That might work. Okay, hold on. So instead of there, just go here, drop it, and then let's see what happens. Oh, but this is pre-effects. So that's not going to work for the blipper. Let me just send this straight to the T-Kick track and see what happens. That's way better. Then I can do it without like if I were to move this one over, we're gonna hear all those stretching artifacts. Just forget it. We'll just put it right here. I want to do drop with snap. Hold on real quick. Let me see where that is. Drop, snap. I know I made something for this. F. But I wanted to do custom drop blipper to track below, no snap and try. Let me look at these. Oh, sorry. Base blipper Lua snap item to nearest snap point. But it's saying no snap. Item snap items to nearest snap point. Why? Oh, that's that one. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this is what I want to do. Duplicate custom action. Rename this. How do I rename? So snap. So I want to put it right there. And the command is called item snap items nearest snap point. And I want to put that right there. And I'm going to change that to F. I never use the one without anymore. Oh, drop, snap, and reselect. That's probably actually it right there. But I'm going to change this. So we're going to see if that works for the next time. Or actually, I'll just do it now. Okay, so snapping's off. So I'm going to kind of put it in the place. F. Whoa! That just moved everything else. All right, hold on. All right, hold on. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to drop it. Now, the problem is, I think because this is grouped, it's going to try and move everything. Yeah, okay. How do we fix that? Is there an ignore grouping? Oh no. Okay, please. Is there a snap cursor? Well, crap. Let me see what this Alt F does. Hold on. Find shortcut Alt F. Let me see what this is doing. Okay, so I'm going to click this. I'm going to hit Alt F. Yeah, for some reason that's not ruining it. Why is that? It's right there. Unselect. I'm just gonna change this one to F. Okay, so that should work for that. So I don't have to keep turning snapping on and off. I don't think I have my guitar lessons today. Oh, no, no. Control. So in a case like this, I could ditch that, because I don't think the overheads are going to hear this at all. And so I'm going to do the same thing. F. Yep. It's going to be the same way. F. Yes, it keeps happening. What I'm doing, I'm moving that because I don't want it to you know, the less I got to stretch all the other stuff, the better. And you're not really going to hear that kick drum in the overheads anyway, so it's kind of safe to do it this way. I'm high passing these overheads pretty high. Now, it feels like my singer, he hits the kick pretty hard. You're going to hear the thwack of it. This guy, it's not an issue. There we go. Now that is a cool part. Here we got goof on top of goof. All right, so you can get rid of this. I know this seems like it takes absolutely forever, and it kind of does, but it can be worth it. Now, if this was a turd of a song, I wouldn't bother. But this is actually pretty good, I think. I'm not even halfway there, man. Woo! I know my parents wanted to come for lunch. Let me see what time that is. Sorry. Oh, man. Two. Okay, so I got time. Oh, this is taking some time. All right. So should I move? Because I know this in... Oh, man. I don't know. Man, like I say, I hate guessing. Like, if I pull this back 67%, like... You know, is this one early? Because this two is, if it is, this two is super late. So is this one supposed to be here or here? See, if I move this and I were to move this here, that's a pretty wide... Like, is this really supposed to be here? That's a lot less stretching. It's missing the kick on the 1 though in that case. Seems okay. Might be better if I threw a kick here. Let's see. Drum edits can be brutal. I usually use Drummer and Logic or higher guys. I don't need the time correct. Yeah, well, I know I talk about it all the time on this show. Back in the day, you know, before all the computers and stuff were around, there was pizza. I know everybody makes all kinds of crazy politic crap about pizza nowadays, but back in the day, if a producer was there, the record company hires a producer to handle everything, and he'd always tell me, hey, I'm going to take the boys out for pizza. What that meant was, I'm going to get these guys out of here because we're just burning time and money. You call in a drummer that can play this and have him play it. And when we come back, you just tell them that you clean some stuff up. You take your razor blade and chopped up the tape. That was pizza, or dinner, but usually they say pizza, but everybody likes pizza, man. And that was how this was handled. We just bring somebody in, they play the drums. Like, people have no idea that their favorite drummer played on this album, and even back then, there wasn't that many drummers kind of playing on all the bigger albums. It was pizza. If you want to talk about a Pizzagate, that was a Pizzagate. The funnest part about all that is reading in magazines later on, where either the musician or some expert would talk about how the record was made, and you're sitting right there while it's being made, and this is what they're saying has no resemblance to reality in any way, shape, or form. You're like, really? That is not in any way, shape, or form how that happened, man. Not even close. It's always a funny time. The big one, the big lie that always sold all these bands, especially in the 90s, was we were all in the studio. There was no headphones, no click track. We just all in a room and recorded at the same time. No, you didn't. Not even close. That's show business. Yeah, I don't know if you get a chance, watch Wings of Pegasus channel. Now, I don't agree with him on a lot of stuff, and I'd actually like to be on the show and clean up some technical stuff. But man, he shows just how absolutely fake even concert vocals are, So Wings of Pegasus, go check that out. You have a great old time. Never, they say never see how the sausage is made or whatever. Like, you will be disillusioned by some of your favorites if you watch that channel. Sad, but that's how it is. In fact, we should do some reaction videos on Wings of Pegasus channel sometime. Maybe I did already. I know I talked about one time when the comment section was giving me a bunch of nonsense. Oh, you saw him? Yeah, good. I keep saying we need to make a drinking game when he says calibrated to A440 standard. I don't know why he says that over and over. It doesn't matter what it's calibrated to, or even if calibration is the right word. I don't care if it's A440 standard. You could pitch it. You could calibrate this. See, now I'm saying calibrated. You could make the reference pitch 338. It doesn't matter. The fact is the stuff's being changed. It doesn't matter that it's being changed to A440 standard. But I don't know. Whatever. Not really sure. Now I'm doing what I hate, which is guessing. But I think this is gonna be right. Silverchair. I remember that. I said Nirvana sounded too much like Silverchair, or Silverchair sounded too much like Nirvana. I don't really remember that. It just sounded like Silverchair. I mean, I don't like that stuff that much, but I don't remember them being any. Is there something cloud? I don't want to come back down with this cloud. Oh, that was the one that sounded like Nirvana, right? Is that Silverchair? I don't want to get DMCA'd for even saying it, but now wasn't Silverchair? There was somebody involved in that production who was involved with a lot of other stuff that I remember. There's a lot of times where some knucklehead songwriter would sell songs to an Australian band and then sell it again to another band. And like one of them would have a hit over it, and maybe the other one didn't really have a hit or a minor hit, so there would be like a big fight back and forth. What was that Boyfriend song? Hey, hey, you want to be your boyfriend? Whatever, the Avril Lavigne and some Australian band who actually had it earlier. I know it's slightly different, but it's the same guy who sold it to both of them, I think, was the question. Was the issue. So the Hooters and the Outfield, are they both American bands? Why do we associate them with Australia so much? I remember their producer would always talk about stuff, and I think he was also Cyndi Lauper's producer. Hooters are American. The Outfield are British. Okay. Neither of them are Australian. Oh, Bush. Bush was the one I was thinking of. Okay. Yeah, because one of them was so Nirvana, it wasn't even funny. It's like, man, are you kidding me? So what was Silverchair then? What was their hit? Let me see what is. Tomorrow. I don't know what that is. Now I really want to know. Okay, hold on. I have to turn off my. I don't want to get DMCA'd. Let's see, audio out 5 and 6. That's probably the one that's going to make trouble. Mute that. Mute that. All right, let's see. Silverchair. See how easy it is to get distracted? I'm a horrible boss, man. Okay, tomorrow. What is this? Oh man. All right. So that was I didn't know the term for it when people just like make goofy fake pronunciations of words. I know there's those like famous videos of Katy Perry yelling at somebody about it. They call it cursive singing. I think in America we called it the Jarl. King like this, and that guy's doing it. See, that's just annoying, man. I don't know if Nirvana did it as much as like the Pearl Garden Pilots kind of thing. Okay, see this one is too early, right? And that's gonna make this too late. So what do we do about this? If I move this here, This is just a, I'm just gonna call it is. This is a garbage fill. It's I know that sounds harsh. You know, I don't. It's garbage. It's garbage. Let's see what if you got another take that's going to be something a little bit better. Sorry, I know you don't like that term, anybody, but too bad. So this is really supposed to be ahead of the one, but what is? I almost want to put my drum template up, and so I can really send these to triggers for now. Yeah, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Creed. Man, I remember, you know, just keep your head down. Just let the 90s be over, you know, just hiding out. Like everything's got to sound exactly the same. Can we get some new music, please? And, you know, Blink 182 and those guys were kind of out, and, you know, it was, there was some things that were happening that were different than this meh stuff. And you're like, thank you. Oh my God, it's finally over. And then like Nickelback or Creed or whatever came out, and you're like, oh, it's all over. And then you hear meow. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It just will not die. Just let the 90s end, man. And then just something, it always something coming back. That's garbage. Garbage, man. I just want to put this kick on the one because this is. Oh yeah, Weezer was doing not 90s stuff. That was cool. Kind of took a lot of crap for it, but that's a different story. If I just throw another kick here. And get rid of this kick. Now we're talking. And here I am rewriting the drum parts. Oh. Some video about this guy talking about just how cynical stuff had become. You know, that's the thing about the 90s is, you know, if there was a good thing about it, they were saying, hey, you know, you guys are pretending to be this or pretending to be that. It's such a front. And so they're really cynical about things. But then it got to be where things were just so cynical about everything that nothing was even serious. And it's just kind of, everything's just kind of like pretending to be super nonchalant about stuff. But this was like a modern 2020 something video I was watching, and they're talking about even modern bands, how that's still kind of a thing. See, where is this? Is that supposed to be on the one? I don't know. almost don't want a kick there if it's going to be like that. In fact, I don't want a kick there. Take that out. We'll put these toms there. Yeah, I'm really thinking about putting the template in here so I can just start moving these toms around. I'm gonna have to do it eventually if I keep this. See, this is the other part is am I actually gonna use this, or am I gonna have one of my other drummers play this track? I don't know if it's worth my time to just keep messing with this. Move this into time. Then put a kick right here. Yeah, I don't mean about that. Like they pretend like every bit, like, you know, especially the bands that came after hardcore punk, you know, where those punk bands, they were serious about what they're talking about, you know, and then to make it like, yeah, I don't care, and which is fine if everything can be a comedy band or whatever. And I like it. I like how power metal lets you do that, because they're like, hey, man, we are embracing the cheese, but they're not even cynical about it. They mean to be cheesy, which is awesome. So where is this supposed to be? Hey, is that it? Is it really supposed to be that far back? I don't know. That is right. Wow. So this 2 is right, but oh man, I'm getting frustrated here. Sorry. So what is this? Again, just gonna get rid of that kick. Tom. so where is this one? Is this on the end? So I don't think there's anything else going on right here, like a cymbal. So I'm just going to get rid of this kick. Again, throw a trigger in there. So is this supposed to be on the 4? Should be on the 2. Oop. That looks right-ish. There's another tom. What's going on here? So I think there's supposed to be 2 tom hits here. So I'm going to, there's a lot of editing I'm still going to have to do after this. So I don't know that I just wasted my time on doing this right now. I actually just wanted to see if I was able to save this drum track. I think the answer is yes. It's just going to be so much work. I have so many live songs to mix too. I'm more than 2 months behind now. All right. I'm going to get off of this stream. I got some other stuff to work on. I'm going to tell Lenore that I can save this. Maybe I'll see if I can't get some other drummers to try this.